Massive trade incoming. A new report reveals wild details. We get into exactly what those are in this edition of Dodgers Digest. Hey, this is Mike Nelson. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Myself and Brad J will bring you everyday Dodger content. We're trying to hit 8,000 subscribers before the trade deadline, so make sure to hit that subscribe button. So we got to get into the story. As we know, the Dodgers are going to probably be active at the trade deadline. They just lost another series. Seems like they've been losing a lot of series as of late. Just lost a series against the Red Sox. And now it seems like they're going to be, like I said, active at the trade deadline. We got a pretty interesting report this morning from Bob Nightingale, who's a very good source in baseball. Dodgers interested in Harrison Bader. Yeah, Harrison Bader, a guy that's kind of been bouncing around in Major League Baseball as of late, even had a stint with the Yankees, currently with the Minnesota Twins, who we know are going to be sellers at the trade deadline. It's not the first time we've heard the Twins, having a player on the trading block, right? We have Griffin Jax and also John Duran, who's also another player that the Twins are probably going to be shopping at the deadline, as they're a team that's not going to be making the playoffs this year. While the Dodgers are widely expected to focus their trade deadline on pursuing a high leverage help, of course, another relief pitcher for the bullpen, they could also try to get another bat, right? Especially with what they're getting from Michael Conforto, which has not been good offensively and defensively. We saw the mistakes that he had today that really cost the Dodgers today out at Fenway Park. They've been previously connected to Cardinal super utility man Brendan Donovan, and this morning, USA Today's Bob Nightingale reports that the Dodgers have interest in another outfield option, Harrison Bader of the Twins. What does everybody think? Should the Dodgers go after Harrison Bader? Do you think it's a good deal for the Dodgers going after a player that has playoff experience, like I said, formerly with the Yankees, so he has that playoff experience, currently on a one-year deal with the Twins, right? Bader, 31 years old, has enjoyed his strongest offensive season in years after signing with the Twins on a one-year deal. He slashed a strong .250 this year, 92 games this year with 12 homers, 9 stolen bases, and very good outfield defense. I would say this guy is a much better defender than Michael Conforto, right? I mean, this guy is going to make a lot of big plays out there in the outfield, especially if you put him out there in left. He's obviously has been mainly a center fielder in his career, but this year he has been playing left field, right? Because, of course, the Twins have Byron Buxton in center. So the Dodgers have Andy Bacchus in center. I don't think that's going to change. So Harrison Bader is a player that could potentially be that left fielder for the Dodgers, right? I mean, I think it's a great upgrade for this team because Michael Conforto is not getting the job done. And I think this afternoon in Fenway Park is once again evidence that Michael Conforto is not the guy. Sure, he had a home run today. People will say, what are you talking about, Mike? He had a home run. He did something today. He had some good offense. But what about defensively? He misplayed. He had a couple very big mistakes in this game. The ball that goes off the wall and bounces in front of him leads to a triple for the Red Sox and scores a run, a costly run for the Dodgers. So defensively, I think Michael Conforto has had a lot of problems, and offensively he has been inconsistent too, right? Very inconsistent all season long. He's been disappointing. He's an overpaid player. $17 million for 1 year, and it has not been a good signing for the Dodgers. It just has not been a good signing for the Dodgers, and Harrison Bader could be an option, right? Now, this article also talks about how Bader is not the only upgrade or option the Dodgers have in a potential trade at the deadline, right? They've been, like I said, connected to Donovan. Also, other players, Ramon Laureano of the Orioles, Luis Robert of the White Sox. Last year, there was a lot of reports on Robert coming to the Dodgers. We haven't had too many of those reports this year, but still kind of there. Jesus Sanchez of the Marlins as well. These guys could potentially be options for the Dodgers if the Harrison Bader trade does not fall through, right? As for Bader, the Dodgers are the first team he's been explicitly connected to. So this is the first time we've really had a connection for a team that really wants Bader, right? It's the first time we got a good source talking about Bob Nightingale, like I said, reporting that the Dodgers are interested in Harrison Bader. But Aaron Gleeman of The Athletic reported yesterday that he's expected to have a solid market. Looks like there's going to be a lot of other teams that could, want to trade for him. The Phillies, Padres, Royals are in clear need of outfield help. Those three teams we know, especially the Phillies and Padres, are a couple teams that are on the bubble trying to make the playoffs. Royals, I'm not so sure those guys can really go deep. But Phillies, Padres think they have a team, obviously, to go deep and compete with the Dodgers, right? So I think they would be a more likely scenario for Harrison Bader. And maybe teams like the Yankees would, want to trade again for Bader. I don't know. Reds, I don't know about them. Probably not a playoff team. Blue Jays, as we know, have been extremely hot and would love to have another player because they are building up a team to go to the World Series, right? That's what the Toronto Blue Jays are all about this year, trying to build up a team to go to the World Series. So a lot of stuff to talk about for the Dodgers this week because of the trade deadline. It's going to make it so interesting talking about all the different deals, and we're going to be covering that all week long here on the channel. But what does everybody think? Should the Dodgers go after Harrison Bader? Is it an option? Do you think it's a good option for the Dodgers? I think it's a great option. If I'm the Dodgers, I make this trade and I put Conforto on the bench on day one, right? I think it'd be a great acquisition, right? I think this is the kind of trades that make the Dodgers a better team right off the bat, getting a player like Harrison Bader, right? And, after today's loss out there in Boston, losing 4-3, it was a really tough loss for the Dodgers. Today was obviously the pitching. The starting pitching was not good enough. Dustin May, 5 hits, charged with 4 runs. It was a rough day for Dustin May, who gave up all the runs. The bullpen was pretty solid this afternoon. Had a jam in the 7th inning. Were able to kind of get through that to keep the Dodgers in the game. Offensively, the Dodgers had a lot of chances to score a lot more runs, right? And just weren't able to do that, right? And I think that was also the key. It's always difficult to play in Fenway Park. It's not easy. The Dodgers don't go there very often. Think about it. They're not going to be back for another couple years, right? It won't be until 2027 the next time the Dodgers play in Fenway Park in the regular season, right? If they make World Series, another story. But they don't go to Fenway Park very often. And we saw it today. Michael Conforto had trouble playing his position. It's a hitters-friendly park. But Dodgers have to regroup. San Diego, unfortunately, won today against St. Louis, so that's not good news. Dodgers will be boarding a plane to go to Ohio and start a 3-game set against the Reds starting tomorrow night. So Dodgers really in need of a series win here on the road. And the divisional race is starting to tighten up again. And trade deadline this week, so a lot of stuff going on. But Dodgers, let's trade for Harrison Bader. I think it'd be a good trade that would make the Dodgers a better team. As always, make sure to subscribe, and let's go Dodgers.